Tonight's tactical enhancement is Yabisu. Tonight we're playing Warhammer, the old world, 2,100 points, because that's how much Andrew's now painted.
Yes,
Apparently
I've just brought everything that I've got.
Apparently
Literally every single miniature I've got for this army is down here.
I hear there are some lovely knights on the way.
Very slowly.
Very slowly. I thought I was a slow painter.
Yeah, post Christmas, I think we're going to look a bit better on that.
Rightio. Well, okay. Let's do a quick whip through what you've got, particularly what's new.
Okay, alright, so it's pretty much the same army as last time, but we're at 2,100 points now just to fit in the rare choices. Because they were 25 points over. Last time...
Yeah, that's right. Last game, Andrew cheated.
Oh.
And I'm going to say that's why he won.
No, I don't think that's why I won. But
no, it's not, but we'll say.
Okay, we'll say that.
If this was a tournament...
So basically the War Wagon has updated rules.
Yes. Which are the actual rules as compared to some leak that we scabbed in advance and then forgot to update.
Well, I didn't even know they were in the journey, but anyway. At any point I could have bought the book myself, so totally my fault. So now I'm using the Old World Army Builder app.
Yep. Very useful, that.
It is unbelievably good. It is so. I'm so glad you put me onto this.
Since Sean put me onto it, I have been making so many armies.
Yeah, it just makes it so much easier. It calculates all your points cost for you, and it does the percentages for you as well. And it also tells you where you've gone wrong in your army.
Oh yes, it tells me that I can't take certain units without taking something else first. It's like, oh, for God's sake, really?
And limits on magic items and stuff like that, because it's got all the updates from the FAQ, so some magic items have changed.
So even though we have the lovely book, it's actually better to use the info in the app, because that way we don't get things wrong, like forgetting it's 1 point easier to cast a certain spell.
Yes. So it calculates everything for you, which is just so much easier, and it's got all the rules, all the special rules for all of your units in the app, so you don't have to go diving through books or various books.
That's right. It's much faster, less fart-arsing about. I mean, sure, we don't get to play with our lovely books as much, but on the other hand, they'll probably last a bit longer.
Honestly, I'm not missing the books. I love this app. So anyway, I'll start right from the very top. So we've got General of the Empire.
Yeah.
He's got full plate armor. He's my general. He's on a griffin, just a standard griffin. There's two different types of griffins in the Empire list. There's the regular, and then there's the Royal Pegasus. So I've just taken like a normal standard griffin. He's got the Ring of Tal, which is a bound spell. He can only cast it himself. Gives him a 5+ ward save until the start of his following turn.
So it's a one-off.
Yep. Has a power level of 3 and a casting level of 7. So
okay.
4 up and 2d6 to cast it. So it's
pretty
easy to cast.
Yep.
And I've given him an Ogre Blade today.
Ooh.
And that's it. That's all he's got.
Alright.
Next is my BSB.
He's in there somewhere.
He's one with the red shield. So
okay, there he is. Red shield?
Yeah, he's just got plate armor shield. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing. No magic items, no nothing. Got a mage just down here.
Oh yes, that's right.
He's level 1. Demonology.
So he's got range.
And he's got the Ruby Ring of Ruin. And that's it. Nothing else. Next is our Chapter Master on Pegasus.
Oh yeah, that fella.
He's got Lance, plate armor, shield, and the Dawnstone. Dawnstone allows him to reroll 1s for armor saves.
Oh yep.
And that's it, that's all he's got. Last up is the Engineer, and he's just a bog standard engineer.
That guy there with a telescope.
Yep, I haven't given him the grenade launching.
Oh my lordy my.
Fucking minigun.
The blunderbuss. Yeah, so it was unpleasant.
That was it. That's it for characters.
Yeah, who gave these guys a 40mm thumper?
Yeah, that's kind of a really surprised for the dwarves last time.
It was. Then we got what? Spear, state troops?
Yes, we've got 47 veteran state troops.
Veteran, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, so they're always veterans. So veteran gives them weapon skill 4.
Okay, worth bearing in mind.
Yeah, which makes them a bit more survivable. They have spears, light armor, and the Griffin standard.
Right, yeah, so the extra double the rank effect.
Double the ranks, and because Empire can claim up to 3 ranks now.
Yeah, because they're horde.
State troops, yep. So next, 2 units of 5 archers.
Yeah, these are halfling archers. Or you're just using them as regular archers.
Oh, just regular. Yeah, there's no such thing.
Okay. That's well, isn't there? I thought there was. Maybe it's in a supplement or something. Either way, they're literal.
They're little. They're hard to hit.
Suspiciously short and hungry.
So they've just got war woes. There's
Cool.
no champions, no nothing.
Yep.
There is a couple of guys with horns and stuff, but they're just for, I don't know.
Just for looks.
Yep. Then I've got 12 crossbowmen.
Yeah, there they are.
Full command. And that's it. There's nothing else to them.
Cool. And we got great swords, 20 of those.
24 great swords.
24. How many come in a box? Ah, that's right. Different kit.
Yeah, so on the lunch neck box.
Yeah.
24, yeah. So they have great weapons, full plate armor, full command. And that's it.
Cool.
Then a steam tank.
The stank.
Yep. Then we've got the war wagon.
Which is far more entertaining.
With just so many fucking special rules. It's
Oh, there's so many whack jobs. This is where you put all the army nutters.
yep.
What, this guy's got what? He wants to do fucking what? Stick him in the wagon.
Paint him red. Then last is the polygon.
Alright, very good.
And that is 2097.
Alright, well up against that, also I think 2097, thereabouts, we have a Dragon Riding General who has the Armour of Destiny, great weapon, and I was going to give him a Kindred, but I don't think I did in the end because I was running out of points.
So what does his armor do?
Well, he's got 4+ plate, although the dragon gives him that. I think I might have given him a shield just for on the way in, but he's got a 4+ ward.
Oh, he's got a ward, yeah, cool.
Yeah, kind of a good idea with it. Might have given him something else, can't remember. 2 mages. I've got the grizzly old one, he's level 3 probably, and I've got a young one who's overcompensating by showing that he can fly. He's level 2. I haven't rolled up the spells yet, I'll have to sort that out. But they've both got elementalism.
Okay.
I got a treeman, sort of. Tree lady, tree, we don't care, it's a tree.
So is he the character one or is he the rare choice one?
Rare choice.
Yeah, cool.
2 eagles. 3 of the Warhawk Riders. I've got 12 War Dancers, and I haven't used them in a while.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I thought about time.
Yep.
See what they do. I've got 5 Eternal Guard, just box down Eternal Guard, no command or anything. And the rest is, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 Deepwood Scouts. So they're the core choice.
Yeah.
And as long as you have to have 1 unit of Eternal Guard, that's the compulsory.
Glade Guard.
Glade Guard, sorry. 1 unit of Glade Guard.
Yeah.
So that's a unit of 5, that's the minimum. And then aside from the Glade Riders, the rest of the core is made up with the Scouts, which is basically the same thing as Glade Guard, only they skirmish, and they fire and flee and they evade.
Right, gotcha.
So they're likely to fuck off in a hurry.
Okay.
So I originally was going to take a couple of units of those, and I wouldn't have had the War Dancers, and I was going to take a chunk of Eternal Guard and get rid of the level 2 mage and put a standard bearer and maybe another fighty character. And then I could have taken on your line units. But I thought, it's an awful lot of points to kill pretty much 1-for-1 against cheap ass Yumis. And I thought, I've got to learn how to play Wood Elves as Wood Elves. I'm having a fucking hard time playing Wood Elves as Wood Elves, and it's not like 8th edition. It doesn't work the same.
I've always said about Wood Elves, the worst unit you can take in a Wood Elf army are Wood Elves.
Well, yeah, okay, trees and monsters are good.
Treekin, Dryads.
Yeah, Dryads aren't as good as they used to be.
Aren't they?
I was having a look at taking Dryads, but I decided to go the War Dancers instead.
It's still toughness 4, aren't they?
They are, but they're strength 3 now.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a bit,
I think they're toughness 4, I'd have to check. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have a go on some future games. So I'm trying to learn how to use Wood Elves. I may give up on that because fuck, they're annoying. But basically I'm going a shooty army, a shooty avoidance army. Right, end of deployment. Now I had a couple less drops initially. I put my flighty stuff in the flanks, horses and eagle there, eagle and 3 warhawk riders over there, if I get the focus right. Melee in the woods over there. Originally it was the war dancers, but there's a treeman behind them because I need a bit of backbone. And ultimately I put my general over here in his dragon, partly because the organ gun ended up over there, but also because I need a bit of fight on both flanks. I put the Eternal Guard in here, the level 2 mage, and I put a level 4 mage over here. Then that really just left the scouts, and they went down last, and they were deployed a bit forward because you can. So wherever there's a nice patch of trees or a building or more trees, there's a unit of 5 scouts. Doing basically what Wood Elves do. I'm going to try and learn how to play like a Wood Elf, that's what it comes down to. Andrew, meanwhile, deployed his screen of archer skirmishers out in front, presumably so it's harder for me to shoot at the rest of his army. Stank, shooters on the flank there, the great swords, far too many spearmen to bother shooting at, frankly. General over there, so he can go any direction he wants. The other flappy guy over there will be interesting to see how we can deal with him or not. And a war wagon. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm sure it'll be spectacular. Which leaves us with the cannon. Now we said up front that, look, you can put shooters in here, but not the cannon, because how would they get it up there, and it's all a bit silly. So Andrew decided that he was going to deploy that thing, and remember the size of the base. He's going to deploy it on that little ledge of hill there, just in front of the front door. And he was going to great lengths to prop it up, and claim that was a perfectly eligible place to put it. And basically what we said was, you know what, this is fucking stupid, it looks ridiculous. Just put it on top of the castle. But we won't count it as being in castle, we'll just call it on top of a hill, because that's cheaty, and...
well, it's too much fucking around, basically.
And these scouts get to make it a basic move forward as well. So a little bit further forward.
Pretty good for 35 points.
Yeah, for 5 guys.
5 guys?
Yeah, it's not bad. They got warbows, skirmishers. But anyway, it's time to grab a dice, and even though I had more drops... I got a 3, that's a tie, because you got the +1. Oh, yeah, he's got a 1, he's got a 1. Ah, fucking brilliant, I get first go. That doesn't happen often. I'm going to luxuriate in the experience for the brief moment that it gives me. End of Wood Elf turn 1, and we did a lot of manoeuvring. These guys came running up here. This guy hopped behind these buildings. I did want to move him all the way over here, but that would have left me sitting probably a bit in this gap, and that stank can move and shoot. But I am at a range of that. Then we unleashed with all the shooty that we have at our disposal, and we killed 2 crossbow, and we took 1 wound off of Captain Fantastic, well, the new Captain Fantastic. Fantastic 2.0.
2.0, yes.
And we shot at other things, but it did nothing. It was, what can I say?
It was 2 guys.
Yeah, it was Warhammer. So over to Empire, turn 1. End of Empire turn 1, and there's been a general advance, except for them. Skirmishers ran forward, tank advanced, it did take a shot, and it didn't blow itself up, which is a start, but then the cannonball stuck in the woods without actually going for the mage that he was shooting at. And I don't even know why that mage is there, he doesn't need to be on that side of the woods to be effective. This little moved up, the general put Oaken Shield on himself. These guys moved up. So yeah, we decided that the woods are difficult terrain but not dangerous today. I presume that counts for chariots as well. If it doesn't, we'll worry about that next game. Then in the shooting, these guys actually managed to kill the Glade Guard on a 7 to hit. Then there was a exercise in firepower, which I can only describe as like a scene from the original Predator, where this thing opened up into this unit of guys in the woods, and this thing coughed up a good 14 shots into this bunch of foliage, and they hit nothing. defoliated a few trees, I'd imagine. That's about it. And tried to cast Fireball, but didn't quite get the roll off. So, yes, we've both had a turn of completely fucking useless shooting. Into Wood Elf turn 2. Okay, end of turn 2 of the Wood Elves. We continued our manoeuvre. We sent these horses up here. They moved the double so they didn't get to shoot. And we moved the eagle around here, thinking that if all else failed, I could charge the crossbow next turn. As it is, we shot the fucking bejesus out of the crossbow and did what we had hoped to do last time, rendering them down to 2 guys that are now fleeing. That was alright. I tried to give one of these units a 5+ ward, didn't work. I left this guy here because I don't know what he's doing with his steam tank. And I thought I might actually be better positioned here. So they're still out of range of what it is, cannon fire, or at least behind a building. All this lot shot. I tried to do something useful with this fellow, it didn't work. Over here, before he moved, he did Plague of Rust on the chariot. So that's the armor save on that is now reduced by 2 for 1 turn.
You didn't shoot it?
Well, I had a shot at these guys, and these were in range.
Yeah, but that only lasts for 1 turn.
Yes, but it lasts in your turn as well, so if you charge me, and I'll fire and flee, I'll shoot you up.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But the thing is, I got very little chance of actually damaging it, so that was just... before I realised I had lots of shots on these guys, I thought that was an option. I was going to move my flyers out, but then I realised, well, they was too far away to do anything for the time being. And he could charge one unit with Captain Fantastic and blast the other one with the volley gun. So I thought, oh, actually, that's not smart. So I held them back. When that thing comes barreling into the woods, we'll have a nice little fight. There's plenty of things there to fight with, some of which probably do horrible things to multi-wound creatures. So that'll be entertaining, if nothing else. And yeah, and in the shooting, I knocked off 4 of the great swords. That's not too bad. So all told, can't complain. Over to Empire. End of Empire, turn 2. That guy got his 5+ ward up and running. There's an advance up here, so they're getting actually quite close to my defensive system there. This guy came out to play with some effort to try and get my dragon out and about. Now the very shot up crossbow legged it off the table. That's largely to be expected. That's the bit there where they ran away. Leaves the birdie here flapping around by his lonesome. These guys are actually closing in. Now I had thought he'd charge the chariot in, but he realised that I was just going to fire and flee. And then I've got a lot of stuff to hit back with over there. The shooting, what happened in shooting? Well, the cannon didn't bother. These guys marched, because the thing's just as likely to damage itself as actually kill one of my guys. And the volley gun let rip and killed 3 of these guys, needing, I think, 4s to hit. That's presumably using the ballistic skill of the... Yep, that chap there, the engineer.
They rolled like 24 hits though.
Yeah, that's right. They rolled up 24 shots out of 30. No misfires anywhere. And then 7 6s in amongst that. Which is still pretty good, actually. It's about twice as many as I should have.
It is. It was a 4, isn't it? It should be 4. 4 6s out of 24 dice?
Yes. And you got 7. And then they converted 4 of those into hits and then 3 of them into wounds. So that went pretty well. I was just about to gripe about Andrew's dice, actually, because none of his magic did anything.
Yeah, the war wagon missed with everything.
Yeah, and the war wagon... I'm thinking this time they missed because the sheer volume of wood chip flying around in those fucking woods at the moment.
Oh, consequences of fire, yes, absolutely.
So that was that. So they killed 3 woodies, which is 3 times as much as last turn. Now it's back over to the woodies for turn 3. Right, Wood Elves. We did decide to fly out. I'm putting it in a position where, I mean, you might just decide to shoot the shit out of him. This guy moved up, but I didn't want him to be the only target for the volley gun because he's guaranteed to die and then I get no benefit. Now, if he doesn't shoot him, we won't be able to charge next turn, but it's just one more thing in play. The cavalry will be moving up as well. Over here, I've moved it out, so if Mr. Flappy Boy wants to charge, he has to charge the unit of 3 Warhawk Riders. Probably an even fight, I don't know. And then the Warhawk, well, the Eagle is here, and they're all within charge range of that thing. I really want to kill it. I don't even know if I have to. I probably don't have to. It may be a waste of time and energy, but I just dislike it so fucking much. But you might just decide to shoot at him with everything, including a mage, so who knows? It may turn out to be a completely stupid move. But fuck it, there's Wood Elves and I'm playing around trying to learn how to use them well, so I'm going to give it a go. With the shooting, we concentrated our shot on the greatswords, and they failed their panic test to fell back 4 inches. Hooked a couple of arrows here and there, but didn't do anything with the other arrows. So yeah, I don't know what I kill, 5, 6, 7 or so.
7 of these guys.
And that's all of my shooting, apart from a few shots that I put at this bloke and did nothing with. Some of my shooting's busy running, like these, and I've got another 5 shots there I could have used, but I'm manoeuvring with them at speed instead. So it's a bit of a trade-off. But that's the state of play. I'll try to do some spells, but they didn't fucking work. On that note, we will check in at the end of Empire turn. What the hell are we up to? 3?
Yes.
Yeah, alright, we'll check in at the end of Empire turn 3. We interrupt this broadcast to announce that Andrew has just rolled 30 shots from his organ gun.
I need some smoke.
I think at that guy, this doesn't bode well. Empire turn 3. The advance continues. These guys are getting up close to the woods, so it's starting to become a bit of an issue I'm going to have to contend with. These guys, they did move up, didn't they? Your greatswords?
No.
Oh, that's not coming closer anymore.
Well, yeah, because they just rallied, didn't they?
Yeah, but they can still move up.
Oh.
We might adjust that. They rally automatically. They might advance, they might not. We'll see. Steam cannon moved up. Fighter cannon. Because you can see into the forest, you can drop the cannonball, and the cannonball can just conveniently roll through to the thing on the other side that he can't see, but by some magic he knows is there. And he hit and wounded the dragon, brought up 3 wounds, and then I passed every single ward save. So that was nice. I can't complain about that. There have been days when it goes the other way. Over here, this guy charged in. I did a fire and flee with my archers who did nothing. Then I did the 4+ ward dance on the war dancers. He crashed through where the archers were and straight into the war dancers. I thought I was fucked because I had him also close to the back of the board. I'd forgotten to move him up earlier so that this wouldn't happen. And if he'd won, he would have pushed me back 2 inches, which would have had me bounce over this unit, which had just fled through them, and would have had me bounce off the table. Fortunately, he rolled so absolutely crap on all his attacks. I mean, even my ward saves weren't that great, but yeah, he rolled 1 for stomp, all that sort of nonsense. And I have numbers, standard, and a musician. I won by 1. Let's see what else. The archers and the mage ganged up on a birdie and blasted the shit out of it. Those guys did nothing again. Then the volley gun brought up 30 and turned the birdie into chicken mincemeat. Over here, of course, this guy did absolutely nothing in his charge against the Warhawk Riders. And we did 1 wound in return, I think, and pushed him back. So he's now on 1 wound.
He's very nearly dead.
So I thought I'd take a wound or 2, maybe even lose a birdie in that fight, but we actually survived. So that's it. We're now into Wood Elf turn 4, and we'll check in after that. End of Wood Elf turn 4. We continued shooting at these guys, but we only killed 3. That's with quite a lot of shot going into them. Then we shot at the tank and we took a wound off.
Yes.
That was hilarious. There's 1 unit of guys that couldn't see the great source to shoot them. I totally forgot to shoot with some of these guys. We tried to do some magic, but none of it worked. I really needed to put Plague of Rust on this guy. As it was, he rolled so absolutely crap in combat. He didn't take any wounds, because we only got 1 wound, because we need 6s to fucking wound him. But he only killed 1 dude in return, so basically he rolled shit. And I actually rolled up pretty good for my wards. Now I had moved up the treeman expecting to be able to fight him, but he fell back 5 fucking inches, so now the treeman is out of combat range. Leaves a dragon in range, maybe, depending on what happens. Other good news, these guys, the hero level captain of the knights or whatever on the Pegasus killed one of these guys outright, but his rolling wasn't fantastic. Then we just managed to polish him off in return. We got 1 wound through on the claws. So these Warhawk riders are actually pretty good against single guys in a fight because the claws are AP2. So not a lot of points scoring in either direction in this game, but now it's into... Oh, and the other thing I did was I kept these guys the fuck out of 24-inch range away from that bloody organ gun because it's just going like crazy. But of course now that these guys have beaten that dude, they're just sitting there and they're printing their fucking feathers waiting to get shot by that, those, and anything else that might go on. So yeah, I don't think the Warhawk Riders are going to be around for much longer. On that note, over to Empire turn 4. End of Empire turn 4. We're going to talk quickly because it's getting late. Let's see, they moved up. He canistered the shit out of a unit of scouts. They hit automatically. I've forgotten about that actually. I was worried about the steam gun, which didn't kill anything in the end, but the main gun blasted an entire unit and would have done it twice over if I'd had that many miniatures in one unit. These guys marched up. The war wagon charged. Killed 1 birdie.
Yeah, I rolled 1 for its impact hits.
Yeah. Well, he did alright in the storm. Anyway, and he did a wound back, but clearly I lost and he's been...
Oh, actually, I completely forgot to do his stomps.
We'll do them in a second. Then in the fight over here, I did the same odd dance with the 4+ ward save, and I lost, I don't know how many guys, a lot of guys. I've got 3 left. They rolled alright for leadership, and they fell back in good order. But yeah, all that luck I'd been having just turned around in a whiff, and what a fucking mess. Anything else?
Some points for them.
Yeah, and the organ gun tried to shoot them, and this time it fired a misfire, and then he used the reroll, and that was another misfire.
Yeah, no, it's all caught up to him.
So I think they're just clearing the smoke away from the barrels at the moment.
Oh, it's like a very average turn.
Yes and no. I mean, you killed a fair bit of stuff. You actually got some points off me. Even that's below 50%, so that'll give up some points. And that's below 50%. They'll give up some points. And it's probably dead next turn.
Oh,
but
yeah, no, I should be able to kill that.
But
I'm about to lose the general, so that's worth a ton of points.
I certainly fucking hope he dies. Anyway, we better get on with it as it's late. Into Wood Elf turn 5. We just finished Wood Elf turn 5, and the big news is we charged the general with the treeman and the dragon rider at the same time. We got him in stomps actually on the end. It's possible he would have broken a flare, but not very likely, especially with a army standard bearer there. But it was unfair. As Andrew pointed out, I've got about 1/3 of my army in points right here fighting against your general.
He's worth,
What, 300 and something?
300 and something, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I'm weighing in at 2.5 times the points against him. And we're shooting. We shot these guys up. Well, as Andrew pointed out, I'm 1 wound off of causing 75% casualties on that unit. That's annoying. But yeah, we just shot the shit out of them. That's mainly what we did. These guys moved up and shot, and I think I picked off 1 archer from memory. He's still there for some reason, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Moved these guys out to shoot. Didn't do a lot, and the magic was woefully underwhelming. Actually, the one thing I did do was I gave these guys a 5+ ward save, which they're going to fucking need because there's a tank looking at them. On that note, we'll very quickly get through Empire turn 5. End of Empire turn 5. God, it's been a big game. Right, so this guy came along, fired his canister rounds at my troops, and blasted 3 of them actually, and I had 5+ wards, and of course none of them worked. So he finally gets a fucking spell off, and the ward didn't do a damn thing, so that's typical. Let's see, the organ gun provided another misfire, but through a flurry of 4s, 6s plus 4s, managed to kill the last 2 scouts that were in these woods here, which left nothing for the rest to shoot at. Then the mage tried to do a fireball at the treeman, because that's exactly what you want to do. rolled a double 1 and wounded himself. So that's fucking hilarious. So now we'll go into the points and we'll check in after that. This game, we have tallied up the points, and Andrew killed 473 points worth of Wood Elves. And Andrew, it was what, 660 something?
664 points.
Yeah, so it's a low scoring game, which I suppose happens when you take an avoidance army against an army which moves kind of a lot slower, and you do your damnedest not get captured by them. And we were just having a chat while we were doing the math, and we realised that most of the things that got killed were things that we didn't really need to go barreling forward with. So my attack up the guts there with an eagle and the warhawks, and my attack up here with an eagle, which was most of the points that Andrew got, I just didn't need to do. So that's like around 260 something odd points that I didn't need to give away. Of course, Andrew didn't need to charge up here with his general, as he was pointing out, which made for a great fight. That was a great little push and shove of the woods.
Until like 800 points worth of heavy hitters showed up. And
yes, the only heavy hitters in my army did their job. So, what have we learned?
Oh, I'm glad I don't have to fight these guys again.
Yeah,
they're a frustrating army to fight against. You spend 5-6 turns just chasing them around the table, which is what they do, I suppose. It's
what they have to do if you don't want to get your ass handed to you by a conventional military. We're doing a thing where, because this is Andrew's brand spanking new army and it's really good, we thought Andrew will fight all of my armies. We did the dwarfs last time. That's my first army. We're doing Wood Elves now, and then we'll go through my other armies in the sequence that I've purchased them. Which means you get Corn Demons next.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be probably more to your liking.
As the warriors, that really worry me.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be great fun.
Oh, that's going to be absolute carnage.
It will, on both sides.
Oh, yeah. No, like, the Empire are going to get cut to pieces.
Yep. So, I was thinking, I actually had 2 lists that I worked out for tonight. The other one had less shooters and different setup of characters. I didn't have as much mage on table, which is hilarious because they did fuck all this game.
Yeah, how much did you spend on mages? Literally did nothing for the whole game.
It'd have to be, 250 points maybe, something of that nature. 250 maybe, I don't know. But they were supposed to do a bunch of things, but it just didn't work out. Most sticks I rolled.
Mage did nothing.
Yeah, we rolled shit all over the place with both of our mages. But that army was based around the Eternal Guard and trying to get them in a fight with maybe these fellas or something, which I thought would be a really good fight. But then I thought, no, it's a conventional way of fighting against an army that excels at conventional fighting and then some. I'll get my ass handed to me.
And there's 5 forests on this table.
Well, one of them is the one that comes with my army.
Yeah, and there's 4 other forests.
Which is pretty standard. I mean, I can have a whole lot of buildings if you want, then you got units of 5 guys in buildings.
Yeah.
Not much better. You did that. Well, there's a hill attached to that tower over there that you took. It's, anyway. So, there's nominally 6 chunks of terrain on the table.
Yeah.
I did have 7, but I got rid of 1 because I had a relook at the rules for terrain, and they recommend 6 items of terrain on the table.
Oh, okay.
So I've probably been overstacking in the past. But yeah, I ended up doing this evasion army because I saw how Sean poured it off, and I thought, you know what? You have good turns and bad turns with shooting, but over the course of several turns you do some damage. Although,
yeah, he did a lot of damage to the greatswords, but he took out the crossbows and very order.
Well, yeah, the first turn against the crossbows, I did nothing. But then I
killed 10.
Yeah, exactly. It was wacky. But I didn't actually get any points out of the greatswords. All I did was stop them from being an effective fighting force.
Yeah, they managed to fail their leadership 9 panic test.
I did have a spell to push them back, but makes them go back like an inch or 2 or slows them down or whatever. But we didn't get into the point of actually using it. So what it means though is I did an evasion army, and I haven't done a pure evasion army in a long time. The only thing that wasn't evasion was these guys, and they're there to deal with your general and the other Mr. Flappy guy. Yeah,
and he's so unlucky. Like, he had 4 attacks with an ogre blade.
With the fucking lot.
Every single one of them. But one turn that he could actually do some damage to the target that he's supposed to do damage to, and he rolled 1s and 2s.
Yep. And look, my dice have been fine this game. Not great, not shit. Some things worked, a lot of things didn't, but that's the game. Yours, with the exception of your volley gun, which was just a killing machine, your dice have been absolutely fucking atrocious.
Well, I think you're rolling lots of dice.
Ah, so it balances out.
I think yours balance out, whereas mine are very situational, and I'm just rolling 3 or 4 dice that could make a huge difference.
You know,
Like
that's
impact hits and like rolling to hit with an ogre blade and miscasting stuff like that. That's just random unluckiness, which I think you just get in wargaming anyway.
well, yeah. The less dice, the more wacky, and this is the problem I have with dwarfs. I have ended up taking a larger number of troopers, but lower points troopers, just to get more dice rolling. Because if you put all your points in a Thane, or if you put all your points in your cannon, wacky shit will happen.
Yeah, lots of things I should have done differently. If I'd been a little bit less sleep deprived. The steam tank could have gone straight up there and just taken on the Dreamer like from turn 1.
That's true.
Which is what I should have done. But having a dragon flying... This is the first time I've actually fought against a dragon. I've never actually fought against a dragon.
In this edition of the game, you've dealt with him in 8th edition. We've gone back a few years here, though.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely the first time in the old world. Well, he's double the cost of my general.
True. Your general needed support if he was going to fight this guy, and he just copped it the other way around. But that was largely because you rolled so shit against my war dancers for a few turns running.
Well, I was hoping to blast through.
Yeah.
And then when you move up your dragon, I can either just hop over your dragon and then we can just chase each
I
other.
thought that was going to happen. I was planning on manoeuvring the treeman to be able to work in conjunction when trying to bracket you in, but...
Yeah, for a 340 point character, he really didn't...
Oh, he rolled crap all over the place. I think he got drunk before the battle. That's the only way I can explain it.
Did so well against the dwarves and did so shit against elves.
Yeah, well, he went up against the gun line for the dwarves, which is a real challenge.
Yeah, and he did really well.
Well, he had soft target.
And then he got stuck into that big unit of dwarves, which is,
Same time.
Really.
See, that worked because that was the same time you were fighting the great swords in that fight.
Yeah, that was a great little combo charge.
If you'd thrown him in against that dwarf unit by himself, he would have struggled.
Oh, I would never do that.
Yeah, it's a death trap.
So, what's the next army going to be?
That will be the
demons, right?
Pure Demon of Khorne army.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. And after that, I've got to do Dark Elves, and I actually don't know how to beat your army using my Dark Elves. I'm going to have a real think about that.
Hydra's cold ones, they can be pretty useful.
True, but you're going to blast them with cannons on the way in.
I think I got one cannon, and look what I did today, nothing.
Oh, that did a good job.
Oh, when you put canister in the thing, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting against skirmishers. Actually, that cannon and your organ gun are going to have a fucking field day against the Dark Elves. I'm going to have a real think about what I can do about them.
That cannon and that volley gun pretty much accounted for most of the casualties for the entire game.
Pretty much. In fact, I am going to rejig my list because I actually think that Hydras are a trap. I don't think they'll work very well at all against you. Maybe you have your knights painted by then, because that'll be great.
That'll make it 2250.
God, is that all?
There's only 4 of them.
You're only doing 4?
Yeah, because I'm putting my character with it, and that'll make a unit of 5.
Well, is your character going to go with them as well?
Yeah.
Like, will you be painted?
No. It's an incredibly detailed image.
Alright, 2250 for the Dark Elves then.
It cost me $100, so I want to make sure I do a really good job on it.
Alright, so it'll be either 21 or 2250 against the Khorne Demons, and it'll be 2250 against the Dark Elves. I'm going to have a real hard think about how the fuck am I going to win, because what I was planning on doing I don't think will work, so I've got to come up with something cunning.
Yeah, this is a good tight game though. Very, very tight game.
It was.
Yeah, I mean it came down to the last turn.
It did, yeah. Because in the last turn you destroyed that unit, and you destroyed another unit over here, so it's 150 points that you scored. Oh yeah, in fact, if we'd stopped in turn 4, you'd have been totally rooted.
Hey?
If we'd stopped at the end of turn 4...
Yeah. You wouldn't have got my general, so... that's...
Well, true, yeah. It
still would have been an extremely low scoring game.
Would have been
the lowest scoring game.
Would have been the same points difference, just completely crap.
Yeah, I got 100 points and you got like fucking 300 points.
But you know what? I was thought about this halfway through, and the way to beat the army I've got here, you're right about sending your tank down, but you should have sent these guys and tried to block me in.
I only move 8 inches a turn.
That's where you take something like battle magic and you try and get the movement spell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
or you move in column.
Yeah, I can make them drilled as well.
Because if you move in column and you're moving 12 inches a turn,
Yeah.
particularly against this army, which has got very little to fight against you with.
Dragon.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have a tank and you have guns.
Very slow moving tank.
Yeah, but all the rest of it. My point is, there's two things. One is you want to concentrate on one part of the field and block them in.
Well, that's what I was trying to do here.
Yeah, but you needed the other guys to do it with, and you need to upgrade your mage to a higher level, so that you can get that movement spell. Maybe take a thing that lets him choose his spells, and then you ignore the rest of the army. You just accept the casualties.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. Because these guys just spent the whole time just trying to pick these guys off. And
True.
then I sent like the bulk of my army up here.
You did, but these guys who were big hitters were sectioned off. This guy, like you said, was sectioned off. He didn't achieve anything. Then you would have been out of range of some of these guys. That would have had to move in the open if they're going to do anything to you. And then you just choose a block and go and kill them off. And
well, the problem is if I move into those forests, they don't get their rank bonus.
well, true, but they don't really need to. If you pair them up with the monster or with the war wagon, so they're going by themselves, they're going to have trouble. The war dancers will give them a run for their money.
They're really relying on that Griffin banner to win them conflicts, so they can't fight.
Yep. So this is where you partner them up with other things, or you just use them to close in, so I can't get around them. So they become a wall while you send in your great swords and your this dude and your characters. So what I noticed was you were chasing things all over the place. And yeah, okay, you kill some things that way. You got the warhawks. It forced me to fluck about with the birds a bit more, and so I didn't get the cannon. But what you weren't doing was concentrating and turning this into a killing box. And the reason I spread out so much is that I know if I get the Wood Elves all trapped in a corner, they're dead.
Yeah, that's why you brought the dragon over them, which completely changed the whole dynamics.
Well, true, but his job was to go for your character anyway. I was just going to go after him wherever he was.
Yeah, that dragon, it changes things a lot. A lot of killing power, they can move 20 inches a turn, so
It
you
is.
can redeploy wherever you want.
Although if you charge him with that ogre blade, you can good odds you fuck him up.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's think about. Yeah, he is lethal.
In a well, not a small game, but in a 2,000 point game, Dragon Riders are pretty dominant.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 1,500 point game recently. I didn't film, and I didn't take the dragon because I thought it was overkill in a 1,500 point game. But the other guy took flying monsters, and well, let's just say it was a very one-sided fight. But I also realised that if I don't play like an absolute prick with the Wood Elves, then I'm going to lose. So you have to fight like an asshole. I just don't see a way of making my army viable against a horde army.
You don't have a lot of tree spirits in your army.
Yeah, but even so, then they're talking about running out in a battle line of expensive things against cheap things that can still kill me.
Yeah, but at least they can fight.
True. It's a bit like what you're saying about the High Elf army. Like, how do you take on a horde army with High Elves?
Yeah, they're so expensive.
Yeah, same issue, but
you really count every loss.
Yeah.
And they've lost a lot of their punch. So I can see why some people are taking double dragon lists for High Elves, because it's kind of the only way to make it work. But I just don't want to do. I don't even want to take a dragon.
no, I'm certainly not taking dragons for some of my armies. I didn't take one for my Chaos army.
It's such an easy out, if you know what I mean. And I'm not saying this is like you definitely need it with your Wood Elves because they're super squishy. But I just think with High Elves, like taking double dragons is just, I don't know.
Yeah, and my army's configured for 8th edition anyway. So there's a lot more to that history of that story. But I guess the bottom line is we play friendly games, so that kind of influences what we do.
Yeah, I'm taking Intending Griffs or...
I'm taking no monsters at all in my Empire army. Got a lot of cavalry, got a war wagon, a few guns, but that's it.
Yeah, you're taking lots more guns than me, so... Oh, and you got a war wagon, which is a great unit.
Yep. And I've got Outriders that's going to sit there needing 6s to hit at long range all day. I'm only doing it for fun. It's for character. It's not gonna be worth their points, but it should be entertaining. But look, anyway, it's a very interesting game.
Yes, congratulations to Chris.
Yeah, it's not very often I'll win, so thank you very much for that.
Especially with Wood Elves, which is like really hard to do.
Oh my god almighty. I'm finding that I'm gradually learning how to use them, but I don't think I'm going to make any friends in the process.
Oh, they're supposed to be frustrating. I think if the other players are frustrating, then
I've lost.
then you're not playing them properly. Basically, if the other player is walking all over you, then you're not doing what Wood Elves are supposed to do, which is basically not fight.
That's right. On that note, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, get the algorithm into gear. But for now, I think it's time to call it a night.